Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Seahawks are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Broncos, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Fighting through. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 95 yards.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Operating from the gun, Jones, and that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now let's go.
3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. They find some open field here. This will be taken short. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Let's go. Boo, land it. Boo,
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. It's a close game here early on. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now it's Stephen Hauschke, who won a Super Bowl ring kicking for the Seahawks. Now he's against them. From the left hash, this from 34. And not the prettiest kick he'll ever have, as this one just does manage to stay inside the right upright and creep over the crossbar. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So it's been a battle of field goals here early on. I guess if this were a soccer game, it'd be 2-1, but instead here it's now 6-3.
You mean if this were a football game? Give credit to both defenses, though. When push comes to shove here early, they've held the line, and neither of these offenses have been able to break through.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Back to throw here. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So the Broncos coming out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets it to Humphreys. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete. Stills. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Let's go!
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taken in at the 11. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Let's go! Green 39! Green!
They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught left side, Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 18 yards there and a first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
He'll drop to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Michael Wilhoit in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that pressure came right up the middle. Remember the good old days when they would scheme to make sure that they smacked the guy snapping the ball? And you know, he had his head down. He's kind of in a vulnerable spot. Rules prevent that now, so you have to go about it a little bit differently, but you can still get pressure there.
And almost always, when you see somebody get to the ball, it comes off the edge. They're able to sneak through the middle of the line. Hard to believe.
Yeah, cardinal rule broken, isn't it? Right up the middle. That's supposed to be a place you protect the most.
He'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. To throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. in the red zone this time. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll look to throw here. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Seahawks are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Broncos will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Seahawks have it on 2nd and 5. Tanner's going to get the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. Seahawks with the ball midway through the second. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Broncos would then turn it around for the TD. Broncos go up by 4. Third down at the 47. The run will go outside to the left here. He takes off picking up 18 yards before being tackled. Score stays the same, though, as they missed the field goal.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Denver. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Time running out here on the play clock. They're going to look to throw. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Man open left side. It's Williams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. The Seahawks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about Aguero pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And out now come the Seahawks. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Back to throw here. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. A strong running. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped, or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Oh, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That man fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Going deep here for Stills. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. The Broncos on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
319.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Second and just 1. Play clock winding down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Defense.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Set. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need...
There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Adam Humphries, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back.
All right, here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Broncos on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
You know, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the run with the ball.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quentin Coples in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. The Broncos on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.